Good morning, people of Latro. I'm your host West, and today we are continuing. Oops, might help if I hit the right button. Um, we are continuing in the wonderful world of Evendim, um, which is a. You don't need to see my bags. Which is a quest pack. You do have to purchase it unless you are VIP. Um, I do love this place. There's only one thing um, that I'm not keen on, but not having it will kind of force me to explore the other parts instead of the main areas. And I had forgotten all about that. Am I still on that? Is it just being slow today? It says it's working. It says it's working. Let's double check that it's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. That's not letting me turn this thing down any today. So it's giving me issue. Anyway, um, if you're not VIP and you have created a character after any, while you're premium, or in other words, while you're not VIP, as I have with Tiger Ruby here. Um,
What do you need?
Unfortunately, when you see the Dock Master here, all of these things are swift travel. So all of them are locked. Yeah. So it used to be just to Tyrunan, the Eve Spires, and King's Cross. No, not King's Cross, and Menarin, or whatever it is. But they've added King's Crossing and Trader's Wharf and Buckland now as being boat areas. Unfortunately, you have to be VIP to use them, or have a character that was created pre having a month of VIP. So, we're going to be swimming a lot. Not right now, though, because the next area we're going to do is actually uphill from here, so we shall not be doing the swimming part yet. I'm trying to get away from the minstrel, but I have to go back to him. But anyway, we didn't really get to explore since we just sort of showed up last time. But this is the main hub for Evendim, which is Tinnidur. Tinnidur. Tinnuddir. Whatever. Anyway, there's a lighthouse here. Very tall building. Unfortunately, you can't get through a lot of that. But there is quite a few different little things here. There's the crafting area, which in the meantime, Tiger Ruby did get up to. What'd she get up to? I think she she got up to a lot of things. She did finish out her expert tier, the first level, so it unlocked the second level, um, the next level of artesian. Okay. But since I don't have the second tier unlocked, it's not unlocking that. So in other words, on this one, I'd have to finish out Journeyman before I get into finishing out Expert and then Artesian. But she's just gathering. She's my gatherer. So I don't, the only, um, what's the word for it? The only incentive for doing that is that if you have to go back, let's say I wanted a whole bunch of apprentice level boards, okay, and I had a bunch of logs of rowan, but I wanted to get as much as possible. I could then get this optional crit chance. Okay. So in other words, I could get more boards than I actually have. The the problem with not leveling it is that that optional extra bit is never unlocked. So in other words, if I had a whole bunch of extra sticks and stuff I wanted to um, get for U boards, I would not get any crits whatsoever. I would get the amount of boards I actually have. So the crit chance is basically the only reason to do both tiers. Now, when you're doing something like Tailor, where you're making armor and that kind of stuff, the critted stuff is so much better than the non-critted stuff, to the point where you really want that option. So for my main crafters, they're usually fully um, leveled, whereas I'm finally, due to not so much forestry issues but prospector issues, getting in the habit now of not getting that second tier, because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. There's no Lorian involved. Anyway, this is the crafting area, though. So she's got it where we can finally get some artesian tier stuff. There's some lovely rangers who keep walking around here with quests, which bug me to death. And we'll get to them. This, however, this is the whole point in us being up here. Right here. This horse. That's the whole point. Because Zordon on Landy, actually she was on a different server at the time, fell in love with a horse. This horse. And she named it Geronimo. And so this one, Tiger Ruby, is going to also follow in his footsteps in order to become Zordon at some point in life. But unfortunately,
what do you need?
To get the horse, you have to... There it is. Oops. You have to actually have kindred standing with the Wardens of Numenos, which is very easily done, but, you know, 'tis life. I don't... Can we go in here? Yes, we can. So this is the lighthouse. At some point. Ah, yes. And you see it's kind of a bit of a ruin. You know, abandoned, etc. And it's messy. They use a lot of the epic quest will be in here, which we're not following because I didn't pick that up. So yeah, there's a wing over on this side and a wing over on that side, and you know, some nice beds over here because the rangers are currently using it as kind of a barracks. There's a dinner table. Well, I guess it's more of a map planning table right now. There's some stuff there. Yeah. Casks. I always need casks. I always wonder if if Evenden's water out on the big lake is freshwater or salt water. I always wonder about that. Because there's a place with something that's rusting. So it's kind of odd. Here's our warden trainer.
Could I speak with you a moment?
You have become a very skilled warden, and your protection of the innocents from the darkness is commendable. But is it enough? Your strength and resolve is tested every day, but this constant refinement of your ability will ensure that your skills remain at their peak. I have heard that the elves of Lingilith in Melanin on the North Downs have need of a skilled warden. If you're willing, you would do well to speak with the elf Andriel in Lingalith. She may have an opportunity for you to once more test your ability as a warden of skill. Well, that's nice. But I don't think I'm going there right now. Okay. Where are you? Kanununin. Ah, yes.
Might I take a moment of your time?
He just wants 10 sashes to steal from you, and I used all mine up, so we'll have to come back for him. We'll have to come back for him. Now, this guy, he's contemplating the vast expanse. Actually, he's looking toward, this is, Anuminas, I think is the name of it. Map? Yes, Anuminas. Anyway, he's looking toward their ancestral home. And there actually is a humongous troll up there, I think, if you look really hard. No. Anyway.
Stay a moment.
Have you seen the creatures called salamanders? They are rather akin to worms, but seem to me to be an entirely new breed of creature. We have not seen them in Evendim until recently, when Tyrunin, the island on the west side of the lake, became infested with the creatures. At night, the island seems to be burning with the flames of those strange beasts. A number of salamanders have also been seen on the Baradelv, south and east of Tunnider. Could it be that the creatures are spreading? Venture to Tyrunin, if you're willing, and discover the source of this plague of salamanders. There is a ruin in the center of the island called Tolabel. Perhaps some clue of the origin of the salamanders may be found there. Yeah. So that's to get you to go to Tyrunin, which is actually in, let's see. I think it's in that direction. I believe so. Yep, yep. So if you look over that way, you can just see Tyrunin and whatever it is. That's the one good part about having your graphics down. You can actually see monuments and stuff. And go, oh yeah, that's where it is. Okay, this guy's walking around. Come back here. Kunlun.
Will you lend me your ear?
I have come into possession of a riddle that may lead the way to buried treasure. A Dunedain landowner buried something within somewhere in Evendim, fearful that it might be taken by the Witch King's forces if Fornos fell. It seems that the landholder's line was extinguished in the battle, his lands abandoned, but I believe that his treasure remains unfound. Here's the riddle. The only directions I have found, and those not easy to come by. Two roads pass through green fields. Four kings watch the meeting of the ways. I do not know where this might be, but there is a crossroads east of Tinadir. Perhaps this riddle speaks of the crossroads of Kandar. And house. Maybe. Alright. So we will be heading to those crossroads, so that's good. But the main quest line once you land in Tinager is actually near the minstrel trainer, who still just wants to keep singing on his flute after all these years. Anyway, or Okeechobee. He has two quests. Barchin's Camp.
Would you do something for me?
We oft keep in touch with the elves of Rivendell. One called Barchin I consider a close friend. A letter I received from him not long ago indicated that trouble was afoot within the Trollshaws, and he was seeking my advice. I worry for him. He has a small camp far to the east of here in the Trollshaws, just beyond the last bridge from the lowlands. Will you go to him and learn what troubles him? Sure, but not right now. So anyway, this goes to a completely different map. But this one is the one we need to focus on.
Would you do something for
The
me?
Twilight Estates. The land to the east of here is called the Fields of Twilight. Within it are the ruins of several ancient estates. Those places were once home to powerful families within the kingdom. They grew grain and raised animals used to feed the city and provide work for many of the people. Now they are disgraced by robbers, overtaken by nature, discredited by goblins, and one even now serves as a camp for the force of Agmar. It is an affront to all who draw their heritage from the shores of this lake. I have detailed in this journal notes about the estates and the threats availing them. Please take it and read it. Read from it as you explore the fields of twilight. It will guide you if you choose to help us reclaim the ancient ruins. So this is actually a journal that you have in your inventory and you click on and read. And it's all of these rewards are specific to class, so you have to look for the one that is your class to get. So anyway, this is the Twilight Estates. And as you can see, the notification came up. You have a quest item, which is this little piece of paper. Nambarth is the nearest of the ruined estates and our first priority. While the threats to it are not great, they must not be trivialized in their importance, for Tham Narbarth is being reclaimed by nature itself. Tham Narbarth was once a great hall. You can see that in what still stands today. This will not be the case for long, though, and not because of looters or goblins. It's the ivy! It grows deep into the cracks of the walls and slowly pushes the bricks apart until nothing is left standing. It is also threatened by a source that itself is not threatening. A herd of elk have settled within its walls. They're not a problem of themselves, however, soon they will bring predators, wolves, hungry robbers, wargs, and goblins from the northern hills. So we have to defeat elk and tear down ivy. Okay, so that is our setting off quest. There is a quest up here, but it is another one that
Stay a moment.
sends you to Aragon in Rivendell. And we'll just accept that because at some point in life we will get there, but not today. Let's see. No. Missing the meeting we're still needing to do at some point in life. Barchin's Camp and Tyrunlin. Okay. Alright. So that should be the main 3 quests we need right now. And we are thankfully not needing to maintain anything. I don't know why I'm getting this horse. I think it's the red horse. I'm waiting for a red festival. Ah, gold. We have found gold. There's gold in them there hills. Lots of gold. 2 chunks of gold. Yay. There's another one down here. Rich iron. So there's a tomb robber over there. He's threatening me. I think I'm gonna go. I would normally stay, but that means I gotta dismount when he gets really angry at me, and I'm just gonna go. I need to get a faster stuff, but me. Okay, so there is this crossroads here. We are going to be heading back up the hill the way we came. That little pass heads to Tinadur. This one goes up to Osferoth, which is way up there. We're going to come back to some of these runes, and that rune. This road actually heads to North Downs, past a bunch of Oath Keepers. So, yeah. Stone marker. An old stone marker. Ooh, hang on. It bears some faint engravings that will require some time to decipher. So we use that. The stone marker is surrounded by the signs of digging. If it once marked the location of the treasure, it has surely been found. The marker bears an inscription, all but worn away by the passage of time. We finish it. Oh wait, there's another quest. The inscription on the stone marker is barely legible, but these words can just be made out. To settle disputes, man fight in the ring of stone. Men fight. Man fight. Men fight in the ring of stone. Outside the wall, my marker lies hidden. This new riddle may reveal the true location of the treasure. So, we are not heading in that direction, but there is a place like that up in Osferod. So, yay! Okay, so now we're heading to the Thamnarbarth that's being taken over by Ivy and Elks. I see you, branches. There we go. And the one thing you do have to worry about going up this hill is the wolves, because they will cross over the road quite often. And these tomb robbers. But we actually need to turn here to get... Or did I go too far? I went too far. I was focused on climbing the hill. Anywho, back down here is the estate. And there's ivy everywhere, but the only ivy you can actually click on is the ones that are glowing. Yep. So we now have a new deed of the runes of Evendim. So you can visit them all. And there is actually side quests to this area as well. To each of these, kind of like bonus quest, I guess, to each of these particular things. As you can see, there's a little thing here. but there's you have to find the main piece. So it's a gather up certain pieces quest, but you have to find the main one, and it's usually purple. So there's our main quest item. The tapestry shred you have found is old and faded, but some details can still be made out. Perhaps, if you find more, it would be of interest to the Rangers of Tinadur. Yes. There we go. So now the other ones are lit up, and we can now gather 8 scraps of ancient tapestries. All while not getting attacked by tomb robbers. I'm starting off on the wrong gambit section today. That doesn't help. Fist doesn't have as much DPS as spear gambits. I do have to. Yes, we need to get you thinned out anyway. Six of them. This is another tattered piece of tapestry. Nice view of Tinager and Anuminos. That was kind of odd with the lights are the only thing showing. There's another piece back in here, which is the only reason I'm traversing this area. I thought there was. Ivy. That's what it is. No? Okay. Oh, it's on the outside. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, we got that one. Okay, who's after me? Again, wrong gambit. Wrong gambit. Okay. So I need one more ivy and 7 more elk and 2 more tapestry. Not 7 more. 6 mice, 1. 5 more. 5 more elk. Well, since you're gonna threaten me and knock me out, and you, I want this tapestry piece. There we go. Okay, so we got some veins up here. And hello. Need one more elk. Get the big one over here with the horns. Okay, so now that we have done the main part, which is the elk and the ivy, you feel that Tham near the Nambarth is under control. The next page of the journal speaks of Tham Varen. The next estate within the fields is Tham Varen. It is a place we know little about. The records we have found only describe its name. It's an enigma indeed. Only thing I know is that tomb robbers have been swarming over it as of late. Given our focus elsewhere, it has been ripe for the picking, and they have slowly stripped out any valuable information we could find to glean its identity. It is not enough that we battle nature and time as enemies to our history. We have to deal with those greedy robbers who want to deny our past and identity. It cannot be tolerated. So we are to defeat 6 tomb robbers, which is quite easily done. Because there's a lot up there. Alright. And this one is up the hill a little bit farther. I was distracted and did not realize I was next to a wonderful wolf. Well, you can answer a question for me. Is there a deed for wolves? It didn't answer the question. Anywho, I believe... Yes. Okay. So I approach from this direction because the chipped vase that starts the quest for the various things to gather is actually there. And there's another quest. There's 2 gathering quests in this one. Somewhere else. Which is also somewhat nearby. So... Then... I think it's at the end, but I don't remember. The seal on this vase is still tight, even after all the weather-worn years. It has sat among the ruins here. Looking around, you see a few others. Perhaps the rangers can learn something of value from their contents. So you have to collect 4 vases. And there's always somebody here in these rocks who just wants to kill you. Okay. I avoided those rocks because there's always one there too. crest. Where's that crest? Oh, well, there is that one. I guess that's the main one. Right. Okay, so you have to be very careful. He's over there, good. Okay, you have to be very careful getting to this pool because there is this guy, Bill Trapper, who has 3,000 health, who literally just walks around the pool. There is a quest elsewhere to kill him, but it's at Ostvarad. The crumbled remains of this seal offer little knowledge to whom it might have belonged. Perhaps if you took rubbings of several of the seals around Tham Varen and brought them to the rangers, they might be able to identify them. So chipped vases and crumbling seals. Okay, he should be over. He's coming, but he's not there yet. Okay. Alright, he's coming, I think. Maybe we should just let him go past. I'm hiding in a bush. You can't see me. You can't see me. He's invisible. Okay, I know there's one or two down this way. There we go. Crumbling seal. I think there's another one in this area. Oh, there's a vase in this area. Okay, there's a crumbling seal over there. I need 2 more crumbling seals. And the vases I've gotten, so. Okay, where's the other seal? Crumbling seal. Oh, yes. There it is. No, got that one. They haven't respawned yet. Okay, so now we've got the vases. The tapestry. The vases. All that stuff. There we go. So we still gotta get some more tomb robbers. Tomb robbers. There we go. Do 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 do. Let's see. Come over this way. Come here. I see you there. Come on. Okay, 4. Need 2 more. Come with me. Follow me. We are coming over here. So we don't have to worry about that guy. I saving him for later. There we go. You feel that Tham Varen is under control. The next page of the journal speaks of Tham Orden. Journal. You turn a blind eye to a corner of this region just for a moment, and something momentous happens that you missed. Somehow, with all of our focus on the Tomb Raiders and the brigands in the south, a scouting force from Agmar has slipped into one of the ruins. This is a disaster for us on several fronts. Something here is of enough value for Agmar to send a force to find it. Something that we do not yet know of ourselves. If they were to find this thing, it could turn the tides of war, not to mention what could happen if they find the refuge of Tinadur. If they use that knowledge to somehow find Estelden, I cannot entertain those thoughts. We must drive them out, and we must sow confusion among those who remain. Their plans have been tracked to the walls of the ruin. Tacked to the walls of the room. If their numbers were thinned and their plans destroyed, perhaps we will stand a greater chance. Agmarian destroy orders. Accept. Okay. Got some branches. You need to go get some gold. Oh yeah, you can't really see that on screen, can you? Anyway, that's the, it looks like a folded up envelope instead of a journal, but anyway. That's the journal that we're following. Okay. Now, I usually just go down the hill here, but we're going to be nice and not break our legs today. And get some more ore. Yes, please walk away from the yew branches. We would like you to walk away from the yew branches. Yeah. Okay, so Tham Orden is actually, I believe that one way up there. So we probably should go ahead and get on somebody. Keep hitting that one. I gotta switch those two. Hang on. There we go. Now I hit the right one. Next time. Yes, don't come this way. There's another one here. Rich gold. Yay, rich gold. How much rich gold do we get? We got 6 chunks of gold. Yay. I will take it. My jeweler thanks you. So there's another quest line that actually has you out here fighting in the middle of these ruins. This one is the res circle, but this one over here, which we will hit on the way just to have... I never know exactly which ones of these count toward the ruins deed. House Brumbar. Yeah. Okay, I think we can go up this way. Sometimes finding the way up the mountain is harder than the actual mountain. The roads are fraught with perils and scavengers and wolves and all kinds of stuff. Okay. I think we're in the right area, yes. Okay, so you can go in the main door, which is around the front up that way. But this only has one person guarding this entrance or exit or whatever, and so this is the way I normally go in, whereas the other one I believe has two. Or a lot more of them, rather. And if you feel like these guys are a little too powerful for you, you might be able to just stand here and wait until the one guy respawns. But I have, on various occasions, done that, but right now I think she can handle it. Okay. Now, this one is weird. The gathering quest is actually inside. And there's something else. Oh, never mind. I thought there was something else I needed to look for. There isn't. Okay, so there's orders over there. And that's part of the orders we have to... They're not tacked to the walls. I don't know why he said that. Hello, Ginger. How are you doing today? There we go. Too early to know yet. Yeah, I know that feeling. I think that's just a today thing. Okay, there we go. That's the last of the orders. I don't think there's anything... Oh, yes. There it is. I passed... No, that's the antique vase. That's the skeleton. Never mind. There is actually a thing you can get up here. I don't know if I've gotten it. I don't think I did. I have. Ah, yes, I did. Markers of the Sunken City is a deed. The plaque of Mendelband, Minitharank, and Teraband is all available through killing Angmarian. The other three you have to use in Numinas. So, I got all of them. Yay! Okay. Let's see. That should be all I've got for here. No, I gotta defeat 2 more Agmarian. Do 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 do. Let's see if we can do the Warden ambush. Ambush. Boom! Yeah. You can only do that when you're not in combat. You feel like you have done all you can at Tham Orden. The next page of the journal speaks of Tham and Delath. Okay, so then we use our little journal again. Tham Andalith was the ancient home of a great smith, one who made the weapons for the line of kings themselves. While most of his work has been lost to history, his influence is seen in every blade we wield. Goblins now camp within the walls of the ruins, foul and wicked creatures. If they are more clever than I often give them credit for, and devious. They are they are more clever than I often give them credit for, and very devious. However, if done correctly, one can trick them into believing something much larger is going on around them and frighten them into a panic. Night and day, the flames of Tham Andalith are constantly burning. The goblins never let them go out. They must fear the darkness and believe something out there will get them if the fires are not lit. If we were to be both the quencher of these flames and the object of terror in the darkness, the goblins will flee from the ruins with great haste. Once they are gone, another part of our history falls back within our hands. And there's a wolf bothering me. There we go. So yeah, defeat goblins and extinguish campfires. And Osfroth, while we're here, which we're not near Ost yet, but it's kind of on the way from the other place. Somewhat. Slight detour. So we're gonna go up to Ostfarad and get that stable because it's very in other words, in order to get to Forochel, you actually have to go through Ost. It's a kind of secondary main hub for Evendim and the lands beyond.
What do you need?
Code. Somebody explained to me how to pronounce these things. I did not get it. Anyway, Kapakota or something like that, and that one's a mess. Surikila, all those. That's Foroel, and then North Downs and Breland can also get here. So, but the good part about Osfrod is that it has all these wanted posters. And they're for various things around. So this one is for Henry Hinchcliffe, Deadeye. The poster advertises a bounty on a man named Henry Hinchcliffe, described as a tomb robber possessed of uncanny accuracy with his bow, and invites interested parties to seek out Ballard Wilmar in Osfrod for details and to apply for the commission. Okay. I'm going to pick all these up to have them in my quest tracker so that when we find them, we don't have to come back for them. because they are in various places. This poster advertises a bounty on a vicious warg named Funk, described as a bloodthirsty creature known to be in league with the goblins that stalk Tiern Fornax, and invites interested parties to seek out Rowena Parker in Osferod for details and to apply for the commission. Okay. I don't think there's any more here. Par Chopley has a very interesting quest.
Stay and have some tea.
Well, another stranger to this town. No, I'm not the only one. My stomach is always getting me in trouble, and this is no exception. I was in the mood for a nice thick boar steak, cooked to perfection, sizzling in its own juices, and so I decided to go hunting in the North Moors. Well, I went a little farther than planned and wound up here. No one never knew anyone lived in this place. They say it's haunted. Well, anyway, I decided I never had Evendim boar before, so I thought I might as well try some while I'm here. It should have been a simple matter of finding a nice, healthy boar, but you know what? I haven't seen a single boar since I've come here. That can't be right. How do people up here manage without plenty of boars to satisfy their cravings for delicious steaks? It's just unnatural. There have to be some boars in Evening. It just has to be. Go look for boars and don't come back until you've searched high and low. I'm not interested in boar meat from other places either. It's Evenden or nothing. Now, it's a matter of professional responsibility and curiosity. Find me an Evenden boar and find one quick. So you're supposed to spend time looking for boars in Evenden. You have 30 minutes to look for boars in Evenden. We are currently looking for boars in Evenden. In other words, there's sorry, pardon you. Um don't get in my way. I was standing here first. Anyway, the point is there are no boars in Evenden. The only place there is boars in Evenden is actually a completely different area. So I want to get his quest early so that it runs through this 30-minute timer, and we're done with it. Okay, Ballard Wilmer had.
What is this world coming to?
You're interested in applying for the commission on Henry Hinchcliffe. Very good, very good. There aren't many travelers up to Forochel these days, but what few there are have been harried by his arrows. Some of his friends linger on the road near Forochel Gate at Sirith. Just follow the northern road through Trinforneck to reach it. If you can capture or defeat Harry, you'll be doing the law-abiding folk of Osferod a good turn. Be warned, however, you aren't the first to attempt to break his bow. Perhaps you'll be the last, eh? So that's one of the bounties we were interested in pursuing. That wanted poster we already did. Should be another one up here. No, that's for spring. Yes, there's one over here. Bill Tripper, Master of Blades. Can't find what isn't there exactly. And the first time I took that quest, I was like, literally looking for boars because it says to look for boars, and there isn't any. So anyway, the poster advertises a bounty on a man named Bill Tripper, described as a notorious tomb robber, highly skilled with blades, and invites interested parties to seek out Clark Standish in Osferod for details and to apply for the commission. And Clark is right over here.
This is intolerable.
You're here to see about the bounty on Bill Tripper. I'm glad to hear of it. The sooner we're rid of him, the better, if you ask me. Bill has been robbing and murdering around the hills of Tyrfernac for some months now, and it's well past time someone stopped him. Last I heard, he was traveled south into Parth Aldul, and was holed up in a big ruin south of the crossroads. Tham Verdon, I think it was called. If you do go looking to collect the bounty, keep an eye on Bill's sword. He's deadly with it, and I'd just as soon not have your death on my conscience. Yep, good point. Okay, so that was that wanted poster. I don't think we've got any more here. There's going to be some up in the main part of town. Bill Gubbich.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Ah, yes. So this is the main quest line to start for Osferod. We're not going to start that today because it's like a whole ton of quests all at once.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
You have come to inquire about Thank? He's a dreadful creature, bloodthirsty and dangerous. It is said that he is in league with the... Oh, that was somebody else. That he is in league with the goblins that prowl the hills of Fornak. If you would defeat him, that would be affected as well. Look for Thank within the crude goblin camp at Thumfunin, north of Osferod. He likely prowls throughout the camp, keeping an eye on the goblins and stirring them to greater mischief. Thank is a great beast and dangerous. You will need your wits about you if you hope to claim his bounty. Sure. I've killed him quite a few times on other characters. Okay, is there another... There's an oven, there's a mailbox, study, workbench. No. No good. I need the... There's one more. There's a wanted poster. There's one more wanted poster. The poster advertises a bounty on a man named Andy Iden, which is the one we're going toward now. Accused of dealing with goblins and conspiring to murder decent folk in Osferod. It invites interested parties to seek out Poppy Seaton in Osferod for details and to apply for the commission. Now, this one is supposed to be a small fellowship because the guy is literally surrounded by goblins. But I think we should be fine. I'll think. We'll see. So here's Poppy.
Woe to me!
You're interested in claiming the bounty on Andy Iden? If you can defeat him, you certainly have earned it. Andy is mean-tempered and brutal and has friends of the same mind. Goblins, if you believe the tales, and I do. I've heard that Andy Iden has gone with his wolfhound to the ruins of Tham Andalith on some business with the goblins that lurk there. He'll sell out his neighbors to the goblins if he thought there was a profit in it, and is probably doing just that right now. Tham Andalith is on a hilltop a short distance east of Candelak. The crossroads south of here in Path and north of the road. They're crawling with goblins, so claiming the bounty on Andy Iden won't be easy. Good luck to you. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, but I think we're up for it. I think so. Alrighty, so we're ignoring Basil's Gummage's arbiter quest, because his quest opens up 5 other quests, and it's like, yeah, no, not right now. I do, however, want to sell off some of this junk I got here.
What do you need?
I need a repair. Alright, I'm gonna keep that, keep that, keep that. Not keep those. Keep, 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 keep. Eh. Keep, 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 keep. Okay. Doesn't look like anything of interest. Nah. Cosmetically, they're not interesting, so. Okay. That's a little bit better. Alright, so now we have all these very, very orange quests, but the main one is Andy Iden. And where is he? Damn Andalith. That's the one we gotta go to next. Which is just down the hill from Ostforad. Quite literally. Branches. I'm also ignoring rich iron and gold, but that's okay. I'm gonna get down this hill. Oops. Oh, I did good. I do have a quest for a deed, rather, for wolves. Racial deed for wolves. Okay. Behave, goblin. Nudie, Goblin Slayer in Evendim. And again, I go from this direction because the ornamental blade is over there that starts the quest for picking up a bunch of blades. Quest first. This weapon is dull, but not worn. It looks old, but ceremonial. Perhaps you should collect a few more of them and bring them to the Rangers of Tinadur. Sure. Okay, so there's a lot of ornamental blades down here and campfires. Unfortunately, we have to basically get all these guys. And some of them are ranged. And there's a treasure cache back here if you're over level 90, which I am definitely not. You think you can get away with that? The problem is, I have range. Meet my javelin. Okay. This one. And this goblin. So close, and yet stuck so far away. There we go. Okay. Got one more ornamental blade. 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 more campfires. And quite a few more goblins. Back. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Very fast. Alright, so our Andy guy is back down here in the bottom corner with all of his friends, the goblins, and the wolf. So if we can pull the goblins separate, we can't. That's fine. Do the healing. Okay. I just need to extinguish 2 more campfires and we'll be good. There's a brigand cache over there, but I'm going to leave that be. Let's sneak through here. There used to be a way where you could get these campfires if you got the dead opposite of the the one who's there. Just kind of sneak up on it. There we go. Ooh, or one more campfire. One more campfire. Ta-da! All right. That was the end of the Twilight Estates. The goblins have fled, terrified of whatever may roam in the darkness. You have reached the end of the journal. You should return to Okeechobee. Good. Yeah, we'll head there. We will turn it in our bounty later. Ooh. I seem to have picked up a quest item. Old scroll fragment starts quest in Old Trove. This scroll fragment looks interesting, but is illegible by itself. Perhaps in combination with other fragments, the original document can be restored. Okay, yeah, that, you just have to kill, things around. It's fine. It's fine. Here's a map I picked up to Thorn's Hall. I will sell that on the AH when I get a chance. You can usually get about 300, 500 silver from that. I'm sure you could probably get more, but I don't like posting things on the auction house and then having a whole bunch of things. And this guy's gonna come up and interrupt. Oh, I got it! Yay! Run away. I don't feel like dealing with you right now. So we got a lot of little quests to turn in. Around Tinadir. Oops, bountiful iron. I like. So usually when you hit something that says rich ore of some sort, that means it's larger node. But when you get to Evendim and the rich iron ore, the rich iron ore tends to be normal nodes, and so they had to call it bountiful rich iron in order for it to denote that it was an actual larger node. Which is fun. Alright, Okeechobee, what you got for me? Twilight
What can I do
Estates.
for you?
The estates within the Twilight Fields are now within our control. There is still some work to do at Tham Orden, but I believe we can now handle the situation that remains. You have done great work for us. Perhaps one day my blade will join with yours, and we will stand before our enemies together. Yeah, that actually does happen. Anywho, Boots of the Oath Sworn. I actually have the 25 Barrow Downs set right now. which is really good. So this is better, but then again, having 6 different things, I do get some bonuses. So
Stay a moment.
kind of, uh, it's kind of a save it up until I get like 2 or 3 more pieces to replace. The states are back in order, and while there is still much to do within them, that is work we can handle ourselves over time. Twilight Fields are not yet safe, however. There still remains Ostherod. Torogethir is charged with watching over the ruined fortress, and while he has been able to do some work to prevent the problems there from growing, he has not had the time nor support to solve them. Follow the road east toward the North Downs. You will find Thorengithur on a small hill north of the road above the ruins of Ostherren. So we will go do that in a bit, possibly. Nadferin. Dull blades that still cut. Let's see. Threads of the Past. That was the first place we went to.
Greetings.
Look at how, after these years, the colors still have retained their vibrance. I wonder if the pieces you found all belong to one tapestry or to many. It now. It's yours now. You can figure it out. The Vessels of History.
What can I do for you?
It looks like at least 3 of these are still sealed, and the 4th may yet hold some secrets. This is wonderful. I like the XP.
What can I do for you?
There are much worse. These are in much worse shape than I could have hoped. Time and the goblins have not been kind to them. Hopefully, we can still glean some value from them. This is the weapons. And I am now friend to the wardens. Yay! Long way to go yet, but
How can I be of service?
those lines you read me indicate Tham Verden was owned by a family from the south, likely Gondor. This is very interesting indeed. Okay, I think that's all the... Yeah, Calinglad's finally got a quest for us since we leveled. But I think Calinglad's quest
How
line
can I be of
is
service?
a bit, red. The Rangers of Estelden. Have you been to the encampment of our brothers in the North Downs? Once fair Estelden still serves us honorably, even now as a base for our rangers in training, and prepare for the forces of Agmar pour down from the northern waste. Not that we don't need your help here, but you may wish to speak to Nether in Estelden. I've heard that matters there have become quite dire, as the orcs encamp in ever greater numbers and threaten to overwhelm our people. I'll accept the quest, but I'm not going there right now. We're not going there. Okay, I do need to throw this in the
How
vault.
can I be of service?
Vault, vault, vault. 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 That one. Okay, and then I want to throw this one in. For somebody sell it off at some point. These are barrow treasures. Those are mathams. Those are rep things. Where is the 4? I had to use up some of the stuff from the vault. Because all we collected from the start of Evendim didn't quite give it me. It gave me just under the amount I needed to level for crafting, so we gotta replenish the stocks. Lots of stocks to replenish. I don't have 10 of those yet, so we'll wait on that. Oops, wrong key. That's not it. Stop it. There we go. Now, I do keep the bands of Numenor, because
What do you
those
need?
are... oops, wrong thing. Give. Thank you. Because those give 700 reputation each. Just like the well-kept Mathams have 700 each. So I keep them around. That I need to keep for other reasons. The quest. And... sell and repair, and we're ready to go.
How may I help you?
Elven steel gauntlets. Glove color. Red. Come out decent. I may keep those. What about the shoulders? I can craft those. They do look good though. I'll keep them. I don't know how to, well, I think I do. I don't know. I don't know if I've got crimson on my list of things I can craft. We will put them in the vault. Actually, we'll put them in wardrobe and then we'll put them in the vault.
What can I do for you?
And yes, I am a clothes horse. I love my clothes. All my different clothes. Okay, there we go. Now, we gotta go to Torogithir and Parchopley. And we're not doing Parchopley. We're not going to Estelden either. And we will deal with Par when we get to Osgaroth. Because he has a whole set of quests after that. But are definitely from there. Go talk to Torogethir. Huh. Weird. I was like, why is there something else on? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, and if you were wondering about the riddle for this particular place and going the Four Kings watch over it, yeah, that's the Four Kings. Over the little marker, stone marker thing. So we're heading toward what would be considered as the North Downs area, but we're not. We're going to be on the border of the North Downs. Sneak this iron away from this guy. He doesn't need it. And see, that one goes up to where we were just at with Andy. And now we're going to head to an area that will give us quest to this big, huge area of ruins. The largest of the Twilight Estates, which unfortunately is shrouded in darkness no matter what time of day it is. Okay, for 2. Yeah, they're leaving me alone. So right up here is Toro Gether, who has a couple of quests. If you're coming from North Downs, you would come along this road and meet him, in which case he would send you to the island in a lake.
Would you do something for me?
Old friend, are you passing into Evendim? I would have you gather a message to Kellenglad, a friend of mine and true. The fighting on the fields of Fornos continues, but we are holding our own. Tell Kellenglad he need not spare any rangers to come to my aid. Kellenglad is in charge of the ranger camp in the island of Tinadir, far to the west, along the road that passes through Parth Andwil, and beyond the crossroads of Candlelit. The Rangers of the North have an encampment on Tinadir, just off the eastern shore of Lake Nenuel. Tomb robbers and others unsavory men plague the shores of Evendim, and I would have Kellenglad dedicate his forces to combating them, rather than dividing his forces and preparing less effective defenses. Go now, and good fortune with you into Evendim. So we'll talk to Kellenglad later as we go back there. But we actually came out here to talk to you, Mr. Ranger. In his blackish outfit.
Greetings.
So after dealing with every other problem they could find first, they finally sent help to me. Better late than never, I suppose. Just tell me he wanted me to... No, don't send anybody. Oh, they finally sent somebody. Okay, good. Alright, so we have quite a few different options here for cloaks. There's one for Will and Fate. There's a Minstrel, Scholar, Hunter. Probably Hunter would probably be best. Though I think that's technically the one for a Warden, but I'm not positive. Yeah, that's probably Runekeeper. And that's probably that. I don't know. Dunedin Stalker, Steward, Fighter, Watcher, Hunter. We're just gonna go with Hunter. Because they got good stats. That's not too bad looking. Not too bad. Alright. Ostheron.
Stay a moment.
Ostheron is an ancient fortress made to watch the pass between North Downs and Evendim. She was to answer the call of Fornost and support it if the need ever came. The need and the call did come, but support did not. Ostheron abandoned Fornost. For that, all who served within her were cursed. branded as oath breakers and left to stand their post until they reclaim themselves. The time for redemption has come, and we are going to deliver it. I have devised a couple of plans for doing this. I do not know if any will succeed, but I believe they are all worth trying. Complete writs of honor, unfulfilled duty, and payment of an ancient debt.
Would you do something for me?
When Fornost sent forth the call, Ostheron did not answer. She remained dormant, allowing the fortress of the North Downs to fall to the enemy. That decision rested solely with its commander. He has paid dearly for his decision that day. His spirit stands before the doorway into Osterod, ever watchful of all around. He has never been allowed to stop or rest. The more I watch him, the more I pity him, punished for eternity for a decision made ages in a moment ages ago. I feel he has paid his due and wish to end his penance. For this to be done, I believe that he must share in the fate that Fornos suffered on that dire day. He must taste the pain of defeat himself. Okay. Unfulfilled duty.
Stay a moment.
I've spent many a day observing the spirits within Ostheron. They move as if they are still on patrol, walking the walls and paths, seeking out the enemy. Many times they found one. Tomb robbers have tried to ransack Ostheron, correctly presuming the ruins of the fortress hold valuables. They have not accomplished much, though. They fear the spirits and try to avoid them. For when the spirits find them, they do attack, and the robbers lose more than win. The robbers within the ruins present two problems. They are slowly carting off our legacy, and they are not allowing the spirits to be at rest. I wish you to drive the tomb raider robbers out. We shall see if that helps quiet the ruins. Writs of honor.
Could I speak with you a moment?
All of the soldiers who served at Ostheron signed documents that swore their allegiance and service to the North Kingdom. To truly honor that, they would have gone to defend Fornost when it was besieged. Most of the soldiers at Ostheron were cursed due to nothing of their own doing. It is a difficult position to be in as a soldier. Do you follow the orders of your commander even when you know they are wrong? Can you blame a soldier for doing so? They still carry those writs of honor after all those years. Gather them from the spirits and return them to me. Perhaps I can find a way to consider them honored and release them from this torment. Munch a popcat, but anyway. And there's a lot of people in the front porch of this place. Lot of people. Tomb robber ambusher. Why are you trying to kill my horse? Yeah, come on over here. Okay, so we're looking for this main doorway up in the top part of the place. Because there is quite a few people in the way, but that's where our main commander is standing, so gotta go get him. And this guy's just gonna walk across the whole place, so we gotta take him out first. Any more more walkers. Yep. Go away. Okay. Now we have the commanders. We're going to do an ambush on them. Bam. A little delayed there, but anyway. Defeated the Oathbreaker commander. And collect their Writ of Honor. Okay, so the rest of the Oathbreakers are not actually in this town. They're actually outside. So we gotta finish up Tomb Robbers, and then we can go out in the fields and get the rest. Mm. Mm-hmm. You think to ambush me? I'd like to see how well that goes for you. Probably should eat something. Yum, yum, yum. Two more of these guys. We're done with that. One more. I just need one. Anybody hiding over here? No. Come hither. There we go. Okay, so that's them, and then the rest of them are these guys out here. He's gonna disappear for a second. And my bleeds will get him. Okay, who's after me? Go away. I don't care to kill you. Barkist. Go away, Barkist. That Barkist. Another Barkist. There's a lot of bats for no reason. Bountiful iron, thank you. I will definitely take that. See, mostly the Oathbreakers are up to the north. You just gotta avoid the bats. Fearsome Barkest. So if you're ever a captain, one of the things you can have for a soldier is an Oathbreaker. So you can have one of these guys following you around for no apparent reason. Complete with creepy sound effects rather. The side effects are the sound effects. I don't want a bat. Okay, where's the rest of these guys? There's one. You're being a nuisance. You're in the middle of the road. Okay, that's all that, what's his name needed. So we ride back to him. We ride at dawn! And avoid the Tomb Raiders. And another Oathbreaker.
Greetings.
I sensed the commander leave this place not long ago. I believe he has finally found peace after all these long years. I thank you for delivering it to him.
What can I do for you?
Good. With those robbers out of the ruins, we shall see if the spirits calm.
What can I do for you?
For being as old as they are, the spirits have kept these writs in amazing shape. I can read every letter of the contract. Now to see if I can find a way to honor them.
How can I be of service?
It will take a few days for everything in Osterran to settle down. When things of this power and nature are stirred, they do not immediately calm. I will watch the progress and report back if we were successful.
Might I take a moment of your time?
You should return to Tinadir and speak with Okeechobee. He will be pleased to hear about our progress here at Osterran. If I am correct, with the issues here resolved, the Twilight Fields are silent for the first night in a very long time. Go talk to Okeechobee. Ooh, gold. I like a gold. I see you coming toward me, Mr. Barkist. I see you. And I leave you. So anyway, the Twilight Estates part is basically this Parth Adwil area between Osferod and Tinadur and the North Downs and King's High Crossing and all that area. And so this set of quests mostly deals with that. After this, I've kind of forgotten where I go. Because, you know, you've got the quest already to go to what I call Burning Island, but it's Tal Runen, I believe, where all the salamanders are. And then on top of that, you've got the quest already for Ostvarad. And there's actually one more place closer to Numenos that we will get the quest for. I'm gonna he's looking away. So there's and I mean we're not done. We're not even close to being done. Because, you know, there's north of Osferod. There's Emmanuel. There's Tyrunen. And then we've got Tul Anan. Whatever this place is. What is this place? Mean Aaron, which has all of this area. And then Anumenos is its own little monster, so. Yep, a lot more. I don't know how much we're actually going to get done, because when she gets kinship with him, she's going to be getting her horse. She likes her horse. I don't know how much past that point we're going to do. I do have more 10 of the Tomb Raider sashes I can trade into that nice warden down there who's interested in that. There's a bunch of enemies here.
Greetings.
Ostherd is silent, and the fields are peaceful. This is a great day, and one that would be celebrated were not so much more to do. Anunomanos, the way of the kings, the Avespire, all are in need of aid. Our inaction here for so long has left a great deal to do. First, however, we must look to the north, and Osfarad. So he sends you there first.
Stay a moment.
That boy over there, Kelsey is his name, I believe, showed up in camp recently and has been lurking around. I'm not sure if he is perhaps scouting us to see what of value he can make off with, but I do not trust him. Do me a favor and approach him and converse with him. Perhaps you can discover his motives. He looks like a boy, doesn't he? I mean, it's like, yeah, that's not what I call a boy, okay? Not with a beard that big. And it's not one of those NPCs that constantly changes their face. He literally has a beard, and it's like, he's not a boy. So that kind of questions what you are, Okeechobee.
What can I do for you?
I have come to this camp to enlist the aid of the Rangers with the problems that face my people, but the men seem so distrustful. It's almost as if they think Osferod was full of tomb robbers. Certainly times are hard and some of my people have turned to plunder, but there are far more decent people at my home than the unsavory sort these Rangers fear.
How can I be of service?
It pains me to admit the boy is not wrong. My very impression of him proves that just now. He comes asking for our help, something we used to openly give to all, and we watch from the distance in shadows, distrustful and on guard. Today, we shall end that. We once had an agreement in place with the people of Osferod. They would watch the northern lands and protect the road from Forachel. In return, we would supply them and see that they were taken care of. We have both lapsed in our parts of the agreement. Tell Kelsey that the Rangers will uphold their portion of the agreement and will help Osferod. He may not know what that means, but I suspect he will direct you to someone who does.
How can I be of service?
They said they would help. This is marvelous news to me. But words are not much value. The winter is coming, and the winds from Forchel are cold this year. There's much to do in Osfrod. There are some rewarding bounties posted, and an adventurer of your skills could well find yourselves gainfully employed in no time. Just cross the bridge back to the mainland, then follow the road to the crossroads. Once you reach it, take the northward road up into Tyron Forneck, and you'll see Osrod in no time. One of the arbiters, Basil Gummidge, will be pleased to see you and hear of your news from the Rangers. So we will go up there and talk to them at some point in life. You also have to report to Calenglad.
What can I do for you?
Thorongithir speaks the truth. The tomb robbers that plague Evendim must be fought. I cannot spare any men for the field of Fornost unless the situation becomes more grave. It would need to be dire indeed for me to abandon Numinos to the tomb robbers. Yep. Okay, so one of the things here is the bulletin board tasks. Let's see what we've got here. I have 20 broken short bows, which is something they need. Don't think I've got much else right now. Usually they need at least 10 things, so... Bring our short bows over here.
How can I be of service?
The preservation of our heritage is very important to us. This brings much solace. Broken short bows.
What can I do for you?
Okay. Alright, so that is that. Now we do have 10 of these things we can give to the guy over here. Well, we have Kunlan's quest.
It's a sorry day.
An interesting find. I have always enjoyed puzzles such as this. Let us see. This one goes here. Simple matter. All done. Huh. Let us learn what it says. Remarkable. Evenden abounds with tales of old treasure, most of them completely false. But this scroll, this is an account of a man, an adventurer, shall we say, to be polite to the dead, who scavenged the fields of Fornos long ago after the Witch King's great defeat. It seems this fellow hid his finds not far away. From your point of view, this treasure is a legitimate trove. There should be no reason that anyone could not honorably recover it if they happen to find its location. If you wish to find this trove, according to the scroll, it lies hidden beneath a stone marker in Barad Wrath, ruins that lie to the northeast of here. Okay. Tomb Raider Sash's introduction.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Greetings! You have arrived at a difficult time. We have been stretched terribly thin by the incursions of the Angmarians into our lands and by the number of lawless brigands that have been stirred up by the gathering clouds of war. It is against the latter which I hope you can help aid us. The bands of the Tomb Raiders have become so bold of late that they have taken to wearing sashes of allegiance to their various unsavory leaders. I would have you bring me these sashes as proof of their defeat. If you can do this for us, then I will see that your name is regarded well among the wardens of Anuminas. So there's a similar quest in Bree. And so now we can finish this
How
up.
can I be of service?
Your actions speak well of your skill and bravery. Would that I could reward you more handsomely for your efforts, but our resources are drawn thin, and our thanks must suffice for the time being. So they took 10, and they gave me 700. So each of these are worth 30 points, so 30 times 10 would be 300. So it does give you more rep than just the 10 by themselves. So that's good. Also, these guys have
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
the things you can make, which thankfully died out. But some of the starting areas do have that.
What do you need?
And then, of course, we've been getting these bronze Andorian coins, which we can trade for various things, including silver coins and armor and all kinds of stuff, actually. That's armor. See, I can get better armor. It just, I like my set bonuses. But all these also have various cosmetic properties. So some of them may be cosmetically interesting to certain people. Robe of the Long Memory. Leggings, gloves, restored bard's hat. You know, lots of different outfits. And then we have some jewelry as well, which is something I probably should trade for, as I've not really had much luck in getting my jewelers up and running. Might, will, vitality, agility. Vitality, might, agility. Vitality, might. Ugh. Critical rating. I'm not liking it quite yet. Oh yeah, I have to be 36 in order for the to get the weapons. Do they have a spear? No, they don't have a staff. They don't have a spear. Okay, let's see what we got for rings. I do need some rings. Let's get one of those. I don't know about that one. Vitality, might, agility. Ring. Morale. Will. Yeah, let's get the, no, not that one. No, not that one. Which one did I get? Agility. Might, will, vitality. Vitality, might, agility. I'm actually gonna get that one. I think. Actually, let's get the vitality one. That'll help. Voila. I also
It's a sorry day.
oops, not her. I also used
Greetings.
to trade in for these Greater Atheles essences and the refined ones because I didn't have scholars up high enough, but I do have a few of those. I need to get rid of these though. So let me get a couple more of these. Yeah, 16's good. And then don't need any more of those. Those will work. You're fine. And then this one,
What can I do for you?
yeah, you got the earrings. That's where I get earrings from. Vitality, might, agility, in combat power regain, and critical rating. Vitality, might, will, fate, and maximum morale. I like fate. We'll get a fate. That one looks like a good one. Warden's earring, I have to wait till 46 to get. I do need will. And let's do agility. Should work. Young man's bands needs to go away. There we go. Got a little bit more health and stuff. Should be helpful.
What do you need?
Need to sell you stuff. Not that. Not that. Not that. No, no. No, no. Don't care about that. That. Don't care about that. That and that. And sell. I'll have to repair somewhere else. So anyway, these are the
What do you need?
Wardens of Enumenos that aren't quite in Enumenos. There's a separate band who's actually in Enumenos, fighting the good fight, as they say. So yeah. I need to sell these to... not sell them. I need to put them in the vault. Because somebody will need them.
What do you need?
I need to put things away. Alright. Let's put these away. And then I think we're going to call it a day. Inventory management. The final boss. Which is why I have so much shared storage. And I will use up the rest of these. So yeah. We will face Mr. Minstrel. Because he is quite bad on one ear. Alright, so next time we will go to Ostfarad and finish up the quest there. Probably hitting some of the bounties on the way. And, who knows? Who knows? I hope you all had fun. I did. And, hope you guys can join us next time. Bye!